It's growing, it's growing. Right, so let's have a look around. So we've got all these plants coming up, which is wonderful. And do you remember we put all that grit sand down? And then what that's doing, that's working really well. So I know there's gaps everywhere, but if you look, there's hardly any weeds. So now this is a weed here, and I can tell because it's spiky, but it's not strong. They're not growing well. They're struggling to sort of establish. And to a degree, the flowers are. I mean, look at that one. I thought that was a weed, but I don't think it is. So I'm going to give it a chance because it's got pretty flowers on. But it's not bad. Whereas, like, if you get a soil area, there's always loads of seeds in. I mean, here's dock leaves trying to come through, and they are still trying to come through. But it isn't bad. Whereas everything else is coming, and you can see different areas. Try not to step on anything. So you can see different areas, like here. Here, not so much. There, it's got more. But then you've got it over here. It's coming on really well. You got all the poppies, you got the cornflowers, and it's just looking really good. But what's interesting, and shows the difference actually. So along the border there, that's where I put topsoil, and I put them because I was going to be growing fruit trees. But you can see, look how thick this is here. But you've also got a lot more problem with weeds and stuff coming up here, and there must have been, I don't know if it came from a farm or something like that, but there's loads of lettuce growing, which historically I wouldn't have thought would be an issue, but it's not really what I want. And like, just trying to, yeah, so there's much more of a problem with weeds on this bit, but you can see the difference, and that's not the sort of meadow we wanted. So if you imagine that across all of it, it would be a bit of a surge and then everything died. But we've already had, so we've had this coming up, we've had little white flowers come first, then the cornflowers are coming, and it's all just coming really nice bit by bit. And that's the idea. The idea of this meadow is that it's not going to happen overnight. This year it's just about growing, getting life back. Next year it will be much more established, and they're all perennials. So it's going to, they're all growing really, really nice. I mean, like, look at this, these beautiful little flowers, really pretty. The bees are liking it. I know the foxes are liking it. I don't know if you saw that video. They are loving it. We've had some badgers come as well. And this will change eventually, the meadow. I've already got plans of, like, so we've planted a sedum there, and I've got plans of having more substantial plants, one because I like them, just to make it more interesting, but for now we just wanted to sort of get life coming back, and that's what's happening here. Now you'll notice, see these hoses running along the floor. They're not gonna, I am gonna bury them at some point. The reason I haven't yet is because I was just making sure they're okay. So one of the problems I found with the ponds, which I mean, like, we're always learning, we're always coming on problems, fixing problems. So one of the things which happened was, because it's quite a big area, and I purposely haven't done a flowing stream. One, because if you have a pump, you've got to manage it and stuff like that. That's an important factor. You've got to clean it out. There's problems that can occur. I wanted just a still pond so birds could bath in it. I particularly wanted lilies to grow, and like, lilies don't like moving water, particularly they like nice calm, hence, you know, like a mill pond. That's what a lily likes. But then we started getting problems with, we had a lot of like fly larvae, like mosquito larvae. They're not mosquitoes, they've got another name, but they're like that, they look like that. We had a lot of them coming, and I purposely don't want to, so I could have bought, for example, some stickleback fish and put in there, and that would have eaten them all. But I purposely don't want to do anything like that. I just want it to all happen naturally. So what I've done, I've got these aerator things. So it's basically a tube which, like, air flows down it, and it's got like these little blue stones on the end, which makes it go all bubbly. And I've got one in each section of the pond, because remember, even though this is 2 ponds where we are, even though it looks like 1 pond, it's actually 2 ponds. So every single pond is aerated separately. I've just seen a weed. I'm going to get it before I forget. Where's it gone? I see, you see a weed, you go to get it, and then it disappears. There it is. There we go. Oh, you can end up getting very lost in weed hunting at times. So yeah, and again, you can see here a little clump of nice flowers there. So some areas are doing better. they've got the areas where they're not doing so well. One, I planted this a bit later, and two, I walk on it quite a lot. But you can see here where I don't walk. I mean, look at that, that looks great. So it is coming up really nice everywhere. Very pleased with everything. So I've done that with the aerators. I'm going to hide them at some point. If you come over here to the other ponds, so again, this one, it's a tiny pond, and by having that aerator in, it just stops it going stagnant. And then again, this one, I mean, this one's my prime real estate now. I think because, try not to step on things, because this one is quite exposed, there's nothing near it, and I didn't really think about this when I built it. I just built it because I wanted to put a pond in. But where it is, there's nothing particularly growing near it, so I think the birds feel particularly safe coming here because they can land in, have a drink, have a bath, and they're not going to be snuck up upon by a cat or anything like that easily because it's so open around here. So I think this has proved particularly popular, this one, which is nice. But it's interesting to see how different ponds do attract other ones. The far one, crow, there's a crow loves that one. Pigeons do like this one, but this one, sparrows, blackbirds, I've seen a few goldfinch in here, which was lovely. Oh, we've got loads in the tree there now. They're all just sort of like, I think they're waiting me to get out of the way so they can have their bath time. We've had a gold crest. I think I saw a green finch the other day. Again, it's one of those ones I need to get better at spotting bird types. But yeah, you can see it's coming on really well. Really happy with how things are going. Give it another. It's like one of those things you just don't notice slowly but surely. But look back at it a month ago, and well, it's just sand. Whereas now it's more and more. I mean, it is. Even though it's patchy, and I'm not trying to undersell it, even though it's patchy, it is just a sea of flowers already. There's flowers everywhere. I'm trying to find a bee. There must be some bees. I saw some the other day. Oh yeah, there's the bumblebees. They seem to be coming in. Yeah, there's one over there. There's always, yeah, they're loving it, so they're happy with it, which is what it's all about. And I'm happy. They're happy because they've got nectar, and I'm happy because it looks really pretty and smells and looks amazing. So that's a perfect garden. Everybody wins. I hope you're enjoying it. If you want to comment, like, subscribe, I'd appreciate that. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Try not to step on anything.